bus, or you're getting off the bus and talking to the audiences? Or?
I got to be honest. A lot of the format is being dealt with by film companies that are trying to that are already committed to following us and what they want. We have ABC Nightline, we have PBS NewsHour. I have a film contract with Vice, so we have people that want to come and do stuff like that, and a lot of it is based on what works for them. So
I imagine you'll get some halls where you can speak and that sort of thing in a lot of the towns.
we have little ones. You know, we have a Microsoft event up in October in Seattle. We have hopefully Kennedy throwing us a fundraiser in Los Angeles, the grandson, and you know.
Even like places like this, a lot of towns.
Yeah, this is perfect.
People will invite you to just come and speak.
Yeah, because we do our best numbers not with the little rallies, because they're only usually 30, 40 people. We do our best numbers if we have some type of protest event or some type of kind of event that's activist oriented.
And if you're like in a college town, then people will come out. If there's a place they can go to see you, even clubs.
Totally. And we have a lot of weird stuff. Like we have a robot that will be traveling with us that's going to be our personal robot. And we're going to have campaign drones. So we have a lot of weird tech that we're going to have a biohacking lab, probably going to get shipped inside that lab, you know, as part of one of the stories. So we're trying to make it fun and very much get a lot of fun people to come in. You know, on our board of advisors, we have Aubrey, we have Natasha Wiedemann. So we plan to hopefully everyone will come on for a bit. He said he's going to come on so we can maybe cover some of the bus tours of the 60s and how they interact, and, you know, stuff like that.
And I probably do. I should probably get your card.
Yeah.
I probably already have your.
Absolutely. So please feel free to email me. And I'm like I said, I love what you guys are doing. I'm a big supporter
I
of
love
it.
what you're doing.
Oh well, thank you.
That's why I'm here.
So.
All right, cool.
Yeah, Joe, you should totally read his book for the C-SPAN.
Yeah.
It's a great.
Well, except it's a bit authoritarian. So I've been distancing myself from it because it's gotten me in more trouble than in the beginning. It was great, but now it's like it's from a political point of view, it's pretty dangerous.
What is that?
My book.
Oh, your book, yeah.
So I've been distancing myself, but that said, I'm still praying for sales.
I thought it was interesting taking a certain philosophical stance on Jethro.
It's a very aggressive libertarian point of view, like that also crosses over amazingly into authoritarianism, and then at the end returns it to the libertarian paradise that the person originally wanted. And that's why it upsets libertarians for that reason, but at the same time it's clearly a novel that, at the very end of the story, it's a libertarian paradise.
Well, it sounds like it's actual literary fiction. It challenges what you believe. Isn't just if it upsets everyone a little bit and shakes them up, you're getting somewhere.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think it has a fair share of hate mail, and I have a U on my Amazon page. It's like all the 1 stars and all the 5 stars. You know, it's a funny look.
Yep.
So
that's a sign of you're getting somewhere.
and it's also very atheistic, and so I think that's where a lot of the resistance has come from. Is I'd say it's actually more than even politics. It's a book about people losing religion in order to become a different species. So, and that's where I think a lot of people have been also upset with it.
I read it all the way through to the end, which is the greatest contemporary compliment you can get, actually. I mean, it's hard enough to get through an article. So.
Yeah. No, I know, and it is.
You didn't stop to check
I
Facebook.
didn't love it, but I did read it all the way through the end.
No, I know a lot of people. In fact, nobody likes the main character. Probably not even myself. But it wasn't designed to be liked. It was designed to be like the one that keeps you up at night and you get upset at. And you want to
I've read
write.
a lot of books with the main character I don't like.
Yeah.
He's like Howard Roark.
Yeah, he's like Howard Roark, except he takes on an even further authoritarian element. This one guy decides to create a transhumanist-minded planet and will stop at nothing to
I think it
achieve
would
it.
make a really good movie. That was the one thing I was thinking of when I was reading it. Particularly that scene where I don't want to give away the plot, but they break into the genetic.
Yeah, the cryonics.
That was well done. That scene was very well done.
Believe it or not, 2 weeks ago we got a call and an email from Fox. The producers that make Sons of Anarchy have expressed some interest in a TV show on it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But that it's so long between something like that and getting actually something up and going that I have no idea. They were just wanting to know about my agent and what the rights were available for and stuff like that. So we'll see. I'm fingers crossed, because that would change the bus tour. I'd have a lot more. Instead of pulling in deep into my own pockets for it, I'd be able to our party just has never really had much in terms of donations, and my own presidential campaign is I've decided to try not to accept donations from anyone to make a point that the entire system's sort of screwed. So meaning that there's no way that a small third-party candidate can compete with Hillary or Jeb Bush. So maybe it's better from a symbolic point of view to say no donations at all for my presidential campaign, and then write about that and say, hey, this is how politics should be, that anyone really can run for the presidency. The bus itself is actually, even though it's part of my campaign tour, it's not. It's more of a private endeavor for the community itself, and not the official campaign bus.
What about all the official paperwork of forming a party, which I've been through and I'm looking at again?
It's all been.
Are you guys doing that, or are you just
Yeah,
like,
it's all submitted. It takes a while. We need more people to run for the Transhumanist Party in order for the FEC to recognize it. Right now, we're a pending status.
Right. It's really complex and messy, and getting on the ballot. There's so many roadblocks.
It's a total pain. It's a nightmare, frankly. In fact, it's 134 pages on how to establish a party.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, unless you have accountants, and unless you actually have a legal team, there's no way you would even be able to work through it correctly. And what small party actually can afford accountants and a legal team?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, I mean, they're huge roadblocks, and
Yeah.
getting on the ballot in each state.
Part of the
and
reason,
there are different.
yeah,
there are
no,
different roadblocks. in
Every
each
single one is different, and
Yeah.
it's just, again, you need an entire team for each state. I just hate it that they say that you can run, any party can run for the
Anybody,
president,
yeah, you're right.
but not anyone can run legitimately or run to win. That's an
I
impossibility.
mean, it's a duopoly. But I mean, then on the other hand, occasionally someone like Ross Perot can get 20, 30% of the vote.
But the only reason I think
he
he
had
could,
huge amounts of
yeah,
money.
he had a billion, and so I've been very disappointed by the entire process in terms of financing, because I realize now that unless you're actually dealing with probably $30 to $50 million, you can't even make a drop in terms of really getting real constituents behind you.
Yeah, I remember Frank Zappa was talking about running for president, and he said something to the effect that he needed to have $5 million to do it, and that was in 1992.
Yeah, you need approximately 50. You need at least 3 to 4 to get on the state ballot in California. That's what they say. And then you have to sell that 60,000 people to actually sign up for a transhumanist party, which they may not do.
Right.
So maybe you need 7 or 8 million just to get on the California ballot.
Right, you
That's
gotta get people out there getting people to
That's
sign.
one state.
Yeah.
Okay, Hawaii only needs 750